Yeah, I know. There, you should be fishing. Believe me, I know I should be fishing. And believe me, started yesterday getting the boat together, getting everything cleaned up and getting everything straightened up, getting batteries right. All my fishing rods, got all the stuff this morning, got it all packed up in there. I was going to go this morning, but I said, you know what, I think I'll go this afternoon. Still a really good chance I still might go this afternoon. But until then, there's other things going on around here. And that's the chickens. See all the young ones? Where the young ones were? Would have 4 blues in here. I had a hatch Kelso cross stag, 2 guineas, and there's 2 acels. I took them out and changed some things around. So I'm getting ready to put some new birds in here. I'm going to pull all this out, rake it up a little bit, put a new birds in here. Let's go check it out. So if you saw my last video, you know that I made 5 cages out of that wire. And so I started moving them. I'm not completely done. I need to make some roosting perches. I'm going to come in the woods here and cut some for these birds. Watch my dog learn how to open the gate. It's not latched right now, but she learned how to open the gate. And I make her open it for me too. It's pretty neat. She's good. She's good with these birds. There's Corn Pop. He's representing. These are all the hens that I got from that lady where that fox attack happened. They're doing real well around here. And as for these birds, I believe all these are going to get moved up to that bigger spot. These cages, I don't know what the hell they're good for. They're too heavy to really just move around. And these little birds have just started learning how to go up the ramp and go inside. They like to huddle up, and there's not a damn thing wrong with them. They like to huddle up. They like to be more on the ground than they do perches. I guess it's just the breed. I don't know. But all this is in the works. I'm doing it right now. You see the cage? So there's what cage I made. I got a little, that's a Kelso hatch stag, and that's a blue pullet. And these panels right here came from a little garage like that green one right there. A little shed, I'm sorry, that I took apart, and I decided to use them there. I was going to use it on this one, but it would take up so much space because they're 4 foot. A little, maybe 4 foot, a little more than 5 foot, maybe 5 foot. But I put it on top of this big 4x4 cage. This one hasn't got one yet. I'm trying to figure out something because I don't want anything as long as these panels here. Because I still have to get in here to get to the door for those birds in there, which I'm getting ready to move. But these two, I'm not exactly sure 100%. Boys or girls? I think it's a boy and a girl. So I got those 2. I put my 2 acels, brother and sister. They're in here. They're doing real well. They're in here. And as for one of my pullets, I put in here with Mr. Stag. A little pullet right there. The only reason he didn't beat her up, he realized it was a girl because he did try to jump at her, but she'd like just walk by talking all sexy and stuff, and he was alright. But that's what I'm doing right now. My hatches, they're all in there just having a good old time. Hatch babies. Mom and Daddy acels. I mean, that's what's going on here. So I'm going to move these 2. Can you see them? Those 2. I'm getting ready to move into this cage. Let's give me more space to move birds around. I pinched a nerve a couple weeks, 3 weeks back. And it's really hard to do a whole lot with my left arm. And I've got fence posts to put in. And so, you know what I'm saying? Trying to put that fence up, and I'm like, as soon as I decided to do it, I get injured. It was all because I was in bed all the time because all those operations and stuff I couldn't do. I could only sleep in certain positions, and most of them were on my back. And then near the end, after everything's healed up, I was able to roll over on my left, roll over on my right some. And somewhere between moving a bunch of dog kennels down here and throwing a fishing rod for 2 days straight, throwing a heavy bait on a fishing rod, catching big bass for 2 days straight. I don't know, just maybe, but it's harder now to do a whole lot of these things. But I'm trying, and so we got a lot going on around here. So I'm going to finish moving these birds around, and then I'm going to see what I have left for cages, and then we'll go accordingly. That was a big step. Big step to getting things done the way I need to get them done. Check this out. Let's the beginning. I finally got me a path. Me and my chainsaw cut a few trees down. All I really wanted was a trail that I could have access to the spot I'm going to show you. Tell you it clears up out here. So now I got this. I'm getting ready to pull out the chainsaw because I'm taking that tree down. I'm taking that tree down. There's a few more on my way. So I cut this nice little path through here. Nice. Get my little trimmers up. Come on, cut these sticker bushes out. Come over through here. See the tractor already. Taking that tree out. That's in my way. Definitely be cutting down some branches. I like to leave the trees. I don't know how all these game farm people with all those daggone chickens out there in those fields, wide open fields. Their water sitting there boiling in the sun all day. I mean, bugger! Cut it out. Leave that dog alone. They're hanging out on the outside corners of the day. Bugs on them. Bug! Come here. Cut it out. It's not bad. So yeah, so I come through here, goes down through here. Cause like right there you can see an orange strap. My property comes down to the bottom here and then it kicks off into the woods down there. Well, this is where I'm going to end it. It's going to start right here at this post. I'm going to go across here. I'm not sure how far I want to take it. I don't want to take it all the way because I mean it is pretty close. I'm going to try to keep to the clearing as much as I can, all the way up through there, and then it's going to go behind the building, my chicken building, and cut back in the front. It's going to have a gate and everything up there. But I can go right through here. I got to cut some other stuff down. This tree about to attack me, about messed me up. That branch right there, as you can see, right out to my main road. This is there's a cable line comes from that side, and on this side is the power line, and they meet right here. And right there where they cross and caps, it's inside my property line. My property goes down through there, down to the bottom, and cuts down way down through the woods. Not a whole lot of acres, but it's enough to get away from everybody else. So that's what I'm doing. So pretty much I guess at least start setting up my cages through here, start clearing this out a little bit better, pushing some of these things out of the way. You'd be amazed what that little tractor can do. Pulling some of the stuff out of here. Start setting some stuff up, getting ready to, like I said, start from there with the fence, come over here, go all the way up there. I got two 330-foot rolls. It's probably a little too much, but I'll always have some extra because you never know if we just fence in this whole friggin' property. Yeah. Dogs got a really big, it took me 4 rolls of the 330-foot to do the whole backyard for the dogs. The woven wire horse fencing. Yeah, I'm excited to get started. What do you think so far? What do you think so far? You're watching this. You've watched it from the beginning. As my arm gets better, I can just start doing fences more. Start putting these posts in the ground. Yeah. Okay. I've finished with the game birds for the day. And what a day it is. Let's show you. Other than the one that got out, I just caught her in another pen. The little one, I'm going to move her back, but other than that, everything's good. Let's see. So, I'm going to sum up everything I hatched this year, everything I've raised so far this year. This little pen right here has got a hatch Kelso stag and a blue pullet, I believe it is right there. I just got them two together. This is my young acels. Off my acel pair. It's a boy and a girl. It's just like their daddy and mama. I got these two, which I believe is a boy and a girl. These are all brother and sister, one way or the other. Even though I got 2 hens, they might be cousins, whatever you want to call it. Another little stag, little pullet. I believe that's 2 pullets right there. I believe. And I got my little hatch stag and 2 pullets in here. And I've got this one, which I believe this is another blue. Has all tail feathers all torn off by one of the others, but That's another blue, and I believe it's a stag. So here's two of the toppy pullets. The toppy hen and the hatch stag pullets. The one that got loose, she's over there in another cage. Let's call her. So there's three of those. What else is there to show you? I think that's all it is for now. Yep. Those two, these two, those two over there, the single one over there, the broken leg hen, my Kelso hen, my hatch hen who's doing very well after she got beat the crap out of, my blues. I need some straw. I got two hatch stags and two hatch pullets. When things were going rough, I took a couple of the eggs from a blue-faced hatch hen and put them in there with the hen. And there's one, that one on the outside is definitely blue-face. Blue-face and the Doc Robinson. The other three are the hatch, the Liper hatch. So, I got that done. I was just on the tractor. A little while ago, I was doing some stuff and I was like, ow. I looked down and it's like something really hurt on my stomach, on my side over here. I didn't realize it, but I'd been stung. And as I was looking down on my glove, there was a damn bee on my glove, and he stung me in the finger through the glove. And I found the ground bees down there while I was clearing out, so I left that area alone. I just flipped over some logs with the tractor, and they were just coming out of the log, and I turned the tractor off, jumped off of it, and here I am. I'll let them figure it out. I'll go back up in there tomorrow and we'll see what we can get going. So yeah, these are my acels. I put my Kelso pair back together. Done a lot of work. And then I got all those straight just when I build the fence. Let me show you. If you don't think I've been working around here, just look around. Look around. Let's understand something. We've been here about 1.5 years. When we moved here, the only thing that was here was that house. There was no buildings, there was no fences, there was none of that stuff. There was nothing here, just that house. A lot of work. All right, now here's my little trail. Let's go through here. I've done a lot of work to it since the last video, or the last section of the video. Bad thing about this place was, whoever lived here before had buried a lot of trash in the ground, and I'm running into all kinds of junk as I'm doing stuff, and it's really pissing me off. But here's the trail so far. And while I was down here, I started clearing land, since it's going to come down from the backside here down through there. I was pushing stuff back, like stuff like here, pushing all this, clearing all this. And come up here and get stung, because those logs is where, yeah, let's see. Come here, bug. You don't want to get involved in that. You can see the bees flying around. I don't want to get too close. I have to start again tomorrow. I volunteered to do some work tomorrow. But I just got to clear some of the stuff back. There's another ground nest over there. They're all over the place. Push this stuff back. Push it back. Just keep clearing as I go. But, that's what I got done today. I kept thinking I'd see a copperhead or some kind of snake. Kind of glad I didn't. I don't like dealing with them. I'm not afraid of them. I just don't like to deal with them. I've had my issues with them before. Someone's been bit twice. That's why. Yeah, so anyway, that's basically it for my birds for this year. I'm not going to be raising anymore. I've got some other ones out here. I've got a lot of young ones, but they're not game. I do have one game blue in the whole mix that's growing up, and he's doing well. But that's probably going to be it for this year. But that's what I got. If you're interested in any of that stuff, you know who you are. Let me know, you know. I'm not trying to keep everything. And, but I'm going to keep some things, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. I'd rather keep the girls right now than the boys. The girls are more important. I need breeding stock for next year. I didn't get very much this year. I got 2 hatch hens, one blue face and one liper, and that's just not enough. I'll be looking for some here later on this year. I got a buddy that might help me out. Look, don't forget to like the video. Subscribe if you haven't. I mean, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. We got a lot going on. We're getting ready to start that fence. As soon as my shoulder stops hurting all the time, it's always one thing or the other. Every time I turn around, it's something. Getting old sucks. It really does. And you'll hear yell at my dogs. They're out here being off the hook. Thanks for watching, and keep your head up.